back to the YouTube channel on Pro Enzo Vids. This is my second video for tonight now, and this is a very interesting video. It's been a while since I've done anything apart from tips, the podcast, and reviews and stuff like that. But I'm just going to make a general video about my thoughts on who could be the new right side centre for the Blues. Obviously, with Latrell Mitchell being officially ruled out for Origin, it means that the Blues need to find a new centre for this year, partnering Tom Trbojevic on the other side, because Tom's one centre, so they need another centre on the other side for the right side. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. There's a lot of options out there. On top of my head, I can think of a couple like Crichton, Talakai, Campbell, Staggs, Best. There's a lot of options out there. So it will be interesting to see where Freddie goes on this. But it will be a very interesting time when Freddie does decide who his next Blues centre will be. I think whoever it is won't disappoint, and I think whoever it is, Freddie won't regret picking it, because I believe they're all talented players in their own right. The players that are in contention for the new Blues spot, so it should be very good to see who they select. So I am looking forward to it. But before I start, just want to say quickly that if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do, because I am looking to get to that 2K goal very soon. Any sort of sub or any sort of support to the channel would be greatly appreciated by myself and the channel, because the growth has been amazing. Like I don't go out there and talk about it a whole lot often, but just to see my channel grow that fast, and just to see all the new support I receive every day from many different people, it's very nice. It kind of makes me feel happy as well to do content for you guys and everyone that watches my videos. So I appreciate, I really do appreciate it. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Just if you subscribe to the channel, I guarantee you won't be disappointed. But let's get into the video now. So this is my very first option, who I'd probably pick for the Blue centre spot. Yeah, so that is Stephen Crichton, the current Panthers centre. Look, I think he's probably the most obvious pick to pick for the centre's position, if I'm being honest. Based on current form, he's been excellent. He's a really good player, a lot of skill. He's a classy player too. I think he's been in the squad for a while now. Like, he's actually been in the Blues squad since maybe late 2020, and been talked as a next sort of young, or not young, but like next Blues centre to come in if there was injuries or suspensions. So I believe that he's bided his time enough, and I believe he does deserve another, or not another go, but like he actually deserves an opportunity in the Blues team to play somewhere, because I believe this year's form has been really good. Last year, 2021, where they won the comp, he was a massive part of that happening as well. So I also think with the Penrith combinations of Cleary, Luai, Brian Toto, that's going to really benefit his game as well, and I think that's going to suit the Blues as well. Just how those boys all know each other, and how they all, just sort of gel really well for Penrith week in, week out. So I believe Crichton's a no-brainer for the Blues centre spot, so he's my first pick there. Alright, and number 2, I've got Campbell Graham, the Rabbitohs centre. Someone I believe is definitely Origin worthy and capable as well. Been around for a couple of years now playing NRL, and I believe he's been talked about as a potential player to make their debut for the New South Wales Blues side. So I believe he's a good option out there to be picked. If he does get picked up, remains to be seen. But yeah, no, he's a very good player, Campbell Graham. There's not much else you can really say. He's a great player, offers a lot. I will say as well, he's ever since he's moved from the wing position, he's really done well to make that centre position a real position he's owning now, and really benefiting in and really doing well in, because I always thought Campbell Graham was a great winger, but ever since he moved to the centres, he's been a really different player. Defensively, he's really good as a centre, like defensively there, and just an attack as well. He's very, very strong. So I definitely think he's Origin capable and worthy. So he's a great player. So I think he's my second option for the Blues centre position. Now on to my third option. It is Kotoni Staggs, the Broncos centre. Now Kotoni Staggs is an interesting one, because so far he's having a very good season this year. Staggs, like, he's been really good in many games he's played. A very damaging ball runner, and a damaging player in general when he's injury free and string consistent games. But the only risk of him is that he is injured quite a bit, and even though he's had a good season this year, he has missed a couple of games already. So I just hope for him, he can get his body right and can just make sure he maintains fitness to be able to play. But look, if he remains injury free, if he's all good to go, then I'll definitely select him in a heartbeat. I think he's a player that has been Origin talk for a long time now. Probably since his debut, I think people have talked to him about as being a potential Origin player in the future. I think he's at a stage where he definitely is ready for Origin. Definitely should be talked about as an Origin player very soon. So look, if he gets picked, I wouldn't be surprised at all because he's been great for Brisbane this year. The Broncos go really well off the back of him and a couple of other players as well. So I think he'd be very important for that Broncos team, and I think he's also going to be pretty important for that Blues team as well. Because I think he wouldn't disappoint at all if he played for Blues. So that's my third option there. Alright, and number 4, it's a bit of an interesting one actually. It's not one that many people have talked about, but there's been a fair few people have said the name a couple of times, and that is the Dragons centre, Zac Lomax. Look, I like Lomax a lot as a player. Very, very talented player, can kick goals, can definitely ball play too, from what I've seen. Definitely got some good flick passes. Him and Latrell have a very strong combination for the Dragons on that right-hand side. So, look, I mean, the Blues near right centre. So he could play on the right side easily, Lomax. So he wouldn't be a bad option as well. Not a bad shout. I don't think he's as close as what maybe guys like Crichton or Graham are, but I do think he's definitely going to be up there. He definitely will be talked about against around Freddie. I have no doubt that Freddie and the Blues will definitely discuss his name being up there because he's a consistent player. Doesn't do much wrong in his game. And he's definitely a player I rate quite a bit, actually, Lomax. And I think he's going to play Origin one day. And look, he's been in the squad for a while. I think last year he was in the extended bench somewhere. I'm pretty sure he was. So, he definitely deserves a bit of what's the word? A bit of realization that, he's been in the squad before. So maybe he can get his opportunity this time. So, have to wait and see. But yeah, that's my 4th option there, Zac Lomax. And now my very last option, it was a tough one because this was a mix of 3 players I could have easily picked for my 5th option. That is Bradman Best, CSC Talakai, and Matt Burton. They're all my last 3 options to fit that top 5 in order for Blues Centre. But you know what? I went a little bit different. I went Matt Burton, actually. I went Matt Burton for that spot. Now, look, I know Matt Burton has been playing 5'8" this year. I understand that. And obviously last year had that great season for the Panthers in playing centre for most of the season and winning a grand final in the centres too. So he's a premiership winner in that centre position, and obviously he's shows some great talent there before. So he's no stranger to that centre role. But I went him because he's been in the talk a little bit longer than what CSC or Talakai is. I know Talakai is a great player and he's a gun player too, but it's only this year where he's been really rated, to be honest. I mean, I know maybe some people have rated Talakai before this year, but it's only this year where I've really heard the hype of Talakai and really have heard a lot more about him. So, yes, he'll be talked about as well, Talakai, but I believe Burton's been just a little bit around long enough around that sort of Blues talk than what Talakai is. And with Bradman Best and him and Burton, well, look, I think Best is good too, but he's a bit like Staggs, can get a lot of injuries, can miss games, so it's a bit risky with him. So I think Best will be up there too. But look, in general, I think Burton deserves it. I think Burton does deserve a bit of a Blues opportunity soon. He will play for the Blues in the future. Too, I'm pretty sure. So that would probably be likely for him as well if it's not now. And also just because he has that combination with the Penrith boys as well. I know he doesn't play with them anymore, but he does know Cleary, Luai, Toto, and Yo, and Martin. So he's he knows a couple of those boys as well. So I think he'd be a very good fit for the Blues personally. But anyway, everyone, that's my top 5 centre options for the right side Blues centre spot. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below and who you'd pick. But until then, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I'll see you all in the very next video.